The nominees for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama, Comedy, or Musical were Robert Duvall for The Judge, Ethan Hawke for Boyhood, Edward Norton for Birdman, Mark Ruffalo for Foxcatcher, and J.K. Simmons for Whiplash. Even with the 1-2 punch of Hulk actors Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo, who both gave astounding performances, it was a no-brainer that J.K. was taking this. His standout performance as an aggressive band instructor was terrifying and unforgettable. He has been winning and will continue winning awards left and right. I see an Oscar in his future. The Best Supporting Actress category consisted of Patricia Arquette for Boyhood, Jessica Chastain for A Most Violent Year, Keira Knightley for The Imitation Game, Emma Stone for Birdman, and Meryl Streep for Into the Woods. This was another easy one to predict. Patricia Arquette's heartbreaking performance as a woman struggling with her marriage, her financial status, and her responsibilities as a single mother was breathtaking. The movie could easily have been titled Motherhood with how captivating her performance was. I thought Meryl Streep could have been a dark horse, but ultimately this was always Patricia's to win. I predict an Oscar win for her as well. The Best Actor Drama category featured Steve Carell for Foxcatcher, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Imitation Game, Jake Gyllenhaal for Nightcrawler, David Oyelowo for Selma, and Eddie Redmayne for The Theory of Everything. Even though everybody here was very strong, this was always going to be a two-way race between Oyelowo and Redmayne. David's portrayal of Martin Luther King Jr. was simply transcendent in his impressive transformation into the civil rights activist himself. However, Eddie's sheer dedication and commitment to the mental and physical transformation into Stephen Hawking was too impressive to not take home the award. I think he deservedly won. He also has a chance at winning the Oscar for Best Actor, but he has a stiff competitor in an actor from the Comedy Musical category. The nominees for Best Actress in a Drama were Julianne Moore for Still Alice, Jennifer Aniston for Cake, Felicity Jones for The Theory of Everything, Rosamund Pike for Gone Girl, and Reese Witherspoon for Wild. Although I was personally rooting for Rosamund Pike's cold and distant performance in Gone Girl, there was little to no doubt that Julianne Moore was going to take this one. Her powerful performance as a brilliant woman suffering from the mental deterioration of early-onset Alzheimer's disease was heartbreaking and captivating. I see her winning the Oscar. The strongest category of the night was that of Best Motion Picture Drama. The nominees were Boyhood, Foxcatcher, The Imitation Game, Selma, and The Theory of Everything. Despite stiff competition from the likes of Selma, Boyhood won for its novel approach to filmmaking, filming a couple weeks every year for 12 years to tell the story of a boy's coming of age and its emotional resonance. After snubs at the BAFTA and SAG Awards and the loss at the Golden Globes, Selma looks unlikely to win the Oscar in March. Boyhood's path to the Best Picture Oscar seems all but guaranteed, especially after a surprise winner from the Best Motion Picture Comedy Musical category. For the Best Actor Comedy Musical category, you have Michael Keaton for Birdman, Ralph Fiennes for The Grand Budapest Hotel, Bill Murray for St. Vincent, Joaquin Phoenix for Inherent Vice, and Christoph Waltz for Big Eyes. Keaton won this one. I think he deserved it. He had a slight edge and he's a more accomplished actor, and he's probably set for an Oscar as well. In the Best Actress Comedy Musical category, we have Amy Adams for Big Eyes, Emily Blunt for Into the Woods, Helen Mirren for The 100-Foot Journey, Julianne Moore for Maps to the Stars, and Quvenzhané Wallis for Annie. Adams won, and I'm not surprised. She gave a commanding performance as artist Margaret Keane in Big Eyes. There was speculation that Emily was going to take it because Adams won a Golden Globe last year for American Hustle, but it turns out Adams wins again. And by the way, her acceptance speech was remarkable. In the Best Motion Picture Comedy Musical category, there's The Grand Budapest Hotel, Birdman, Into the Woods, Pride, and St. Vincent, and The Grand Budapest Hotel came on top, and this was a shocker to me. I really thought Birdman had it in the bag, but I'm not too upset. Grand Budapest Hotel has amazing cinematography, fantastic acting, and it's generally a quirky film with comedic bits that pays tribute to classic films. This was the only Golden Globe that it won, but it's a big one, and the movie is also a surprise frontrunner for the BAFTA Awards. Maybe it has a chance at the Oscars against Boyhood, who knows? We'll see. How to Train Your Dragon 2 won the Golden Globe for Best Animated Feature Film against the Lego Movie, Big Hero 6, The Book of Life, and The Box Trolls. Honestly, this was a shocker to me. I really thought that the Lego Movie was going to come on top. because, you know, everything is awesome and everything's cool when you're part of a team. But that didn't happen, and this might make the race more interesting, but I still think for the Oscars, the Lego Movie will win it. The foreign language film race featured Russia's Leviathan, Poland, Denmark's Ida, Sweden's Force Majeure, Israel's Get, The Trial of Vivian Amsalon, and Estonia's Tangerines. I've yet to see any of these movies, but all the steam seemed to be picking up for Ida, and in a surprise upset, Leviathan picked up the win. The Globe's win was big for Leviathan, but I still believe Ida has the better chance of winning the Oscar. In the Best Director category, we have Richard Linklater for Boyhood, Alejandro González Iñárritu for Birdman, Wes Anderson for The Grand Budapest Hotel, Ava DuVernay for Selma, and David Fincher for Gone Girl. Richard Linklater and Alejandro González Iñárritu for Birdman, they were a toss-up for me, but Linklater came on top, and I think he should be able to ride that momentum. Birdman won Best Screenplay against The Grand Budapest Hotel, Gone Girl, Boyhood, and The Imitation Game. I'm not too surprised about that. Icelandic musician Jóhann Jóhannsson won for Best Original Score for The Theory of Everything against composers from The Imitation Game, Gone Girl, Birdman, and Interstellar. He surprisingly won, but I'm happy about it. I love the music from The Theory of Everything. And finally, music legend Prince made a surprise buzzworthy appearance by presenting at this year's Golden Globes. He presented Best Original Song, and the winner was Glory by John Legend and Common from the film Selma, and they beat out Big Eyes by Lana Del Rey, Mercy Is by Patti Smith and Lenny Kaye for Noah, Opportunity by Greg Kurstin, Sia Furler, and Will Gluck for Annie, and Yellow Flicker Beat by Lorde from The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Glory is a great song with a great message, and this is Selma's first and only Golden Globe win. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel Red Roses TV so you don't miss my future videos, and check out my channel for my previous videos. Thank you and have a great day.